This story begins in the city of Sydney, Australia. We see a girl named Jenny attending school with her younger brother John, who studies in the same school. Their father works as an employee in an office within the city. The next day, their father takes them out to a remote desert area, far from the city. The siblings are still in their school uniforms. It turns out they haven't spent quality time together in a while, so their father is taking them on a picnic. But today, Jenny notices something strange about her father's behavior. He keeps starting the car and stopping it again without reason. During the drive, little John suddenly jumps out of the car and starts running around. Their father then announces that they will set up camp here. He's brought some food along, which Jenny takes out of the car. Meanwhile, her father stays inside the vehicle. Jenny has also brought a radio with her. She's distracted. Her father stays inside the car and uses binoculars to observe his son. Suddenly, Jenny notices that her father is aiming a gun at John. Before he can fire, Jenny rushes over and hides John behind some rocks. John, being too young to understand, thinks it's all just a game. Jenny doesn't tell him the truth. Now she's fully aware that their father wants to kill them both. Terrified, Jenny grabs her brother and starts running away, hiding from their father. Then she sees her father take out a petrol can from Haas. The car, poured over the vehicle, and set it on fire. Moments later, he shoots himself and ends his life. Jenny is horrified. It turns out their father had been suffering from severe depression and intended to take both his children with him. Shaken, Jenny grabs some food from their picnic supplies and sets off into the desert with her brother. When John asks questions, she doesn't tell him anything. As they continue walking through the barren wasteland, night falls. They survive the night by eating a little canned cat food and sleep under the open sky. By the next morning, they keep moving forward, reaching a high point where they can see nothing but endless desert. They stop at a point to rest. Now only one last can of food remains, and they eat it, leaving them with nothing else. They are completely lost in the vast and unforgiving Western Australian desert, and without a map, escape is nearly impossible. 3 days pass. Dehydration begins to take a toll on their bodies. John becomes so exhausted that he collapses and can no longer walk. Jenny carries him on her shoulder, though she is also running out of strength. She encourages him to get up and keep moving, but John's eyes begin to close from fatigue and thirst. Just then, Jenny spots a tree in the distance. She decides they'll rest there for a while. As they reach the tree, they see some fruits hanging in a pool of water collected underneath. The children are overjoyed. Still, they worry that the fruit might be poisonous till they see some birds eating them. Relieved, they spend the whole day and night at the tree. It's finally able to rest and recover. Before we continue, a quick request. 99% of people who watch my videos don't subscribe or like them. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to asterisk like the video and subscribe to the channel **. It really helps. The next morning, Jenny wakes up to find all the water gone. The fruits on the tree have also vanished. She's heartbroken and can't understand how the water disappeared overnight. When John asks which direction they'll go next, Jenny decides they'll stay put and wait for help. John is too tired to continue walking under the blazing sun. That afternoon, as they are resting, they spot a man approaching from a high point in the distance. He's a lone hunter, traveling through the same desert. He walks up to them and speaks in his native language, which Jenny doesn't understand. The man doesn't speak English either. After some failed attempts to communicate, he begins to walk away. Jenny stops him and tries again to explain their situation. Still confused, the man doesn't understand until John uses gestures to indicate they need water. The man finally understands and walks to the tree, sticks a wooden pipe into the wet soil, and uses his mouth to draw water up. The truth is, the water hadn't dried up, it had only sunk below the surface. Children eagerly drink, finally quenching their thirst. From here on, they start traveling with the hunter. Along the way, they encounter many camels. The man hunts a kangaroo and cooks its meat. John has a toy soldier British, in fact, which the man angrily throws away. He despises the British because they had destroyed his family as he cooks. The hunter keeps speaking, though Jenny still doesn't understand. But eventually they all start playing and bonding. John has developed painful blisters on his back due to the heat. The hunter kills another animal, warms its blood, and applies it to John's back. It works as a natural medicine to heal the sores now. The three of them, Jenny, John, and the mysterious hunter, continue their journey together through the harsh desert. They continue their journey, and the native boy builds a wooden umbrella for them to protect against the harsh sun. John begins to communicate with the boy using hand gestures, and over time the boy starts to understand him a little. The boy begins drawing symbols and signs on rocks, trying to explain his civilization and background to them. Jenny starts to believe that he might have never seen white people before, and perhaps never even left his own territory. Later, Jenny goes to swim in a nearby pond, while the boy goes out to hunt. A bit further ahead, they come across a weather balloon. Far from there, a research team is working, though they remain unaware of this. Eventually, the boy takes them to a farm. Jenny runs ahead, hoping to find someone who could help, but the farm is completely abandoned. Seeing this, she is deeply disappointed. The boy tries to talk to her, but Jenny can't understand his language. It becomes evident that the boy may have started to like her. He then takes John with him for another hunt. During the hunt, he spots a buffalo and starts fighting it, even managing to throw it to the ground. Suddenly, a group of white Australians arrives in a truck. They've tied a buffalo to the back of their truck and begin shooting several of them with rifles. The boy stands and watches, visibly disturbed. This isn't how hunting should be done. Disheartened by what he sees, he returns to the farm. Jenny calls out to him, but he doesn't respond. Later, he goes outside, where many buffalo bones are scattered. He lies down among them and rubs their ashes all over his body. When he returns to the farm, he begins dancing in front of Jenny, perhaps trying to impress her. But this frightens Jenny, and she hides. The boy continues to dance all through the day and into the night. That night, Jenny tells John that as soon as morning comes, they will leave. The next morning, John wakes her up and asks where the boy is. He's nowhere to be seen. Jenny assumes he may have returned to his home. The two of them dress in their school uniforms and prepare to leave. As they're about to go, they spot the boy's body hanging from a tree on the other side of the house. He had taken his own life. Jenny is devastated. She gently cleans the ashes off his body. After this, the siblings walk toward the road and continue forward. Eventually, they reach a mining town in the desert where they find a man. Jenny finally receives the help they desperately needed. Years later, we see Jenny back in the same apartment she used to live in. She's now grown up and married, but she still hasn't forgotten the boy. She often remembers the nights they spent together and the unspoken connection they shared. And with this emotional moment, the movie comes to an end. Let me know in the comments which movie you'd like to hear about next, because I read every single one of them. Thank you so much for your lovely support. Music fades out.